love being from Cork. You know yourself, people from Cork, we love where we're from. But you know what we don't love? Is this government not investing in Cork. A shortage in Gardaí, bus service that doesn't work, gridlock around the city. Taoiseach, I'm asking you now, when will this task force be delivered for Cork? But you know what it's like? It's like the promises that were made about the event centre. That still hasn't been delivered. 2.2 million spent and not even a contractor appointed.
I think it's lovely, and to everyone in Jamaica who's reached out, either Irish people who've been there for generations or new Irish people living in Jamaica, or for people from Jamaica, Barbados and the Caribbean themselves. Listen, thank you. And
Greetings and welcome to Auntie Yami channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about a viral moment involving Thomas Gould, Irish politician from Sinn Féin, whose speech caught the attention of people around the world, including Jamaicans and entire Caribbean. Many listeners online were surprised by how his accent sounded, with some saying it closer resembled Jamaican patois. The clip quickly spread across social media, sparking laughter, curiosity, and debate. Let's listen before we proceed. Do you think this accent resembles Jamaican patois? Drop a comment and let me know what you think.
For the love of God, how can you stand over that? There are children who don't remember anything but being in emergency accommodation. It boggles the mind. Every week I am asking for an increase in funding to return vacant, boarded up council houses. It's the simplest way to deliver housing quickly, right? And every week the Minister James Brown refuses, point blank, he said it in here in the Housing Committee, he will not give the money. Ye could end long-term homelessness. Why don't you do it, Minister? Can you answer me that question? Why won't you do it? He's in 60 years of age, a person who's worked all their life, they've worked all their life, and you're driving them into homelessness. I've a mother with 5 children living in 1 bedroom, in a hotel. Where is the hope? Will you give them hope today? Because right now, they don't believe he.
What made this story even more interesting is what happened next. After realizing how the video was being received and how he got a lot of messages from different people across the world, Thomas Gould did not stop from there, but he made another speech saying thank you to the people of Jamaica. In Irish, he said thank you. And the wider Caribbean, he thanked them for their overwhelming positivity and support. Let's listen to his speech where he was thanking the Jamaican people. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share.
I think it's lovely, and to everyone in Jamaica who's reached out, either Irish people who've been there for generations or new Irish people living in Jamaica, or for people from Jamaica, Barbados and the Caribbean themselves. Listen, thank you, and the nice comments. And listen, if people want to make fun of me, that's okay too, because there are a lot of bigger problems in the world, and a bit of laughter is a good thing. And it's I really, I feel loved. So just thank you to everyone who's reached out, because the messages I've got have been unbelievable. I've been invited to come to people, stay in their homes. People have sent me messages of thank you, and they said they're really impressed by what I said. So yeah, that's nice to hear.
Do your job and build houses. Will someone in this government ever stand up and take a responsibility for their job? You brought out a new shiny booklet, it looks great, 140 pages. 140 pages, right? 110 of them are telling us the problems why we have a crisis and emergency in housing. You must be trying to destroy the rainforests in the Amazon. 140 pages for what? Or do you think that we're all fools over here? Because I tell you this, we're not fools. We know what's happening. Year in government, Fine Gael 15 years, Fine Fall 11 years, all these problems were caused by you. This one of the, this is going to fix the housing crisis. To enhance government communication. Seriously, that's one of your things. And the other one is to promote the importance of infrastructure delivery. Are you serious? Can you seriously stand over that, Minister? This kind of bull.
But this raises a bigger question. What is the real connection between Irish culture and Jamaican culture? Is it just a coincidence, or is there a deeper historical and cultural overlap? Let's break it down as we continue to subscribe, like, comment, and share. The connection between Irish and Jamaican culture stems from 17th century forced migration, where thousands of Irish indentured servants and prisoners were sent to Jamaica by Britain. This led to deep lasting influences with minus 25% of Jamaicans having Irish ancestry, shared melody, speech, patterns, patois, and Irish surnames such as Buke, Collins, and Mackey. I don't know, is it Buck? I think it's Buck, Collins, and Mackey. The Irish accent and vocabulary heavily influence Jamaican patois. The guttural tones, phrasing, and specific idioms used in Jamaica are often attributed to early intimate contact between Irish settlers and enslaved Africans. Jamaicans have Irish surnames. Furthermore, the island is dotted with Irish places, names including Irish Town, Dublin Castle, Clonmel, and Belfast. Those are all Irish names. Belfast is the capital of Northern Ireland. Then Dublin is the capital of Republic of Ireland. Remember, there's two islands. The Belfast one is the British one. The Dublin one is in EU, but there's no border between these two. Let's listen to two more videos by reactors from different parts of the world, what they are saying about this whole issue. As you continue to subscribe, like, comment, and share.
I love these videos where black and white are uniting. Yep, uniting the human race. Irish people and Jamaicans have a lot more in common than you think. Stay tuned to the end of this video, because what I say at the end of this video is going to truly blow your mind, especially if you're an Irish person or you're a Jamaican person watching this. So a lot of Irish people came over to London after the Second World War to help build back up London, apparently after it was bombed. Now, not too long ago, I was speaking to an elderly lady, and she told me, yeah, you know, when my father first came over from Ireland, he was seen as an immigrant. I said, an immigrant? She said, yeah. I said, what? How can he be seen as an immigrant being Irish in England? Like, Irish people are like English to me. Like, they're a part of the furniture. You understand? But she said, yeah, now, but back in the day, it wasn't like that. You know, Irish people are a lot more integrated now, but back in the day, you know, they were seen as immigrants and that. Like, to me, that just sounds crazy. Then shortly after the Irish people came over, you know, the Windrush generation came over, my Jamaican people and that. Now, they faced the same trials and tribulations. No blacks, no Irish, no dogs. They weren't allowed in the pubs. And you know what? That probably brought them closer together because they were going through the same nonsense. You will find If you ask enough people, older people, no disrespect to my people them watching this who are 50 and 60 years old, but a lot of mixed race older people, you would assume that, you know, they're half Jamaican, half English. No. A lot of mixed race older people are actually half Jamaican and half Irish. See, Irish people and Jamaicans, we get along really well. And it's for this reason. So apparently, the original slaves were actually Irish people. They were taken from Ireland to the Caribbean. And as you can expect, they couldn't handle the heat. You know, their natural climate is completely different to the Caribbean. So what did? They found a set of people who their natural climate is very similar to the Caribbean. Africans. So obviously the Africans were taken over to the Caribbean, places like Jamaica. And this is what's going to blow your mind. Have you ever noticed, you ever paid attention to how Jamaicans speak? Us Jamaicans, we will say tree instead of three. We will say ting instead of thing. Have you ever also paid attention to how Irish people speak? They too will say ting instead of thing. They too will say tree instead of three. Do you know why that is? You see, the Irish people, they actually taught us Africans that was in Jamaica how to speak English, you know. Makes sense, right? Think about it. Listen to the way Jamaicans speak and listen to the way Irish people speak. Irish people, they taught us African Jamaicans how to speak English. When I heard that, because a guy made a video about it, an Irishman made a video about it, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, yo, this actually makes sense, you know. This is the reason why we get along so well. Yeah? This is the reason why a lot of mixed race older people are half Irish and half Jamaican. This is the reason why we speak the way we do. We weren't taught to speak English by English people. We were taught to speak English by the Irish. So this is why we get along so well. So respect to my Irish people then. Stay away.
And if you're quick to acknowledge the influence of the Irish in Jamaica today, I hope you're just as quick to acknowledge the influence of African people in Jamaica today. I saw a post the other day of an Irish MP going viral because his accent sounded similar to a Jamaican accent. Around 25% of Jamaicans today have Irish ancestry due to the forced migration of Irish people to Jamaica in the 17th century. They were indentured servants, they were prisoners of war brought to Jamaica to develop the island and expand the Protestant influence. Around 90% of Jamaicans have African ancestry, coming from West African tribes like the Akan, Igbo, Yoruba, and Benin and Togo, due to the transatlantic slave trade. The Irish were mixing with the Africans, influencing how they pronounce English in Jamaica. Similarities between the Jamaican and the Irish accent are seen in the way how they pronounce the A sound and the O sound. A being ear, as in kiem or dear, or O as in or, like wart and nought. But the West African grammar system still exists in Jamaica today. The TH is pronounced t, which is common to both Irish and West African ways of speaking, along with the pronunciation of TH in the middle of the words as D, as in father. You see the Irish influence in Jamaican surnames like Collins, Burke, Lynch, MacDonald, Mackenzie, O'Hara, Walsh, Boyle, Kennedy, due to the mixing of the Irish people with the Africans in Jamaica and the Irish slave owners giving their names to the enslaved people. But when this is mentioned, there's groups of people that shy away from the fact that slavery happened under the guise of we were already here. If we can embrace the ancestry of 25% of Jamaicans, then why is it so hard for people to embrace the ancestry of 90% of Jamaicans? It's the 90% that are holding it down and on the ground every day in Jamaica. But when it's brought up, it's out of many one people. On the Jamaican coat of arms, the Tainos are acknowledged for their contributions to Jamaican history. The English are honoured with their contributions to Jamaican history. But where is the acknowledgement for the African people that contributed to Jamaican history, whose DNA exists in over 90% of Jamaicans today? If it's out of many one people, then the 90% should be included in that as well. And the 90% of people should be proud to embrace their ancestry and the contributions they've made to Jamaican history. Happy Jamaica Day, people.
Why does the Jamaican accent sound so similar to the Irish accent? Last night I watched the Bob Marley movie One Love, and I couldn't help but notice how Irish the Jamaican patois sounded. Before African slaves were brought over to Jamaica, this guy over here, Oliver Cromwell, he brought over Irish slaves to help populate Jamaica. These Irish slaves did not thrive in the Jamaican sunlight, coining them the name Redlegs. In 1655, Oliver Cromwell's son Henry Cromwell ordered 1,000 Irish girls and 1,000 Irish boys to be kidnapped and enslaved to be brought over to Jamaica. Jamaica's sugar boom prompted many Irish people living in the Barbados to move over, as many as 5,000, and many more Irish people from Ireland to move to Jamaica. With many of the Irish being classified as slaves or indentured servants and working alongside West African Jamaicans, Irish Jamaicans started families and shared traditions with these West African Jamaicans. By the 20th century, nearly 130,000 Irish people ended up in Jamaica, whether by choice or by force. And just over 1 million African slaves were forcibly moved to Jamaica. Currently, around 25% of Jamaicans claim partial or full Irish ancestry, even though less than 1% of Jamaicans are white. Due to the similar socioeconomic status of Irish Jamaicans and West African Jamaicans, and the willingness of both cultures to integrate with each other, today's Jamaican
Several Jamaicans have proudly claimed Irish roots, including national hero Alexander Bustamante. The connection is so strong that some say the Jamaican accent is where West African and Cock Irish meets. What do you think? Let me know what you think by dropping a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share as we listen to 2 more reactors.
You know, one of the most interesting things is that Jamaica was a colony of Britain for 307 years. Yet still the Jamaican accent does not sound English, does not sound British. Our accent actually sounds close to Irish and Scottish. Why? Because these Irish and Scottish persons, most of them were indentured servants, overseers. So they were on the plantation. And so these enslaved Africans, when they came over to Jamaica, they learned English from them. Hence, they mimic their accent.
The guy you're about to listen to is not Jamaican, he's Irish.
Do your job and build houses. Will someone in this government ever stand up and take a responsibility for their job?
Guys, I have no idea that the Jamaican accent had so much to do with Ireland. You see, what you listen to when you hear Jamaicans speaking or Caribbeans, that accent has a deep colonial history. This is crazy, guys. Just listen to this. So, in 1655, England seized Jamaica from Spain, from the Spanish, and took it over, and they then became the colonial masters of Jamaica. What they did is that they took Irish prisoners, Irish indentured servants, slaves basically from Ireland, and particularly in the area of Munster, Cork, and transported them to Jamaica and other Caribbean islands to work on the sugar plantations, to run some of the plantations, and to basically essentially be the white working class in the colonies. Guys, Ireland was the first British colony. I did not know this. Africa wasn't the first place that England colonized. They colonized Ireland first. Ireland was almost like their testing ground. So they used Ireland to test out the systems and strategies that they ended up employing in the Caribbean and in Africa. You see, this is the reason why it's so crazy when you see an Irish person who's anti-black or anti-African. They just simply don't know their history. Ireland and Africa are like this, like literally. Now I understand why, you know, when Gaddafi was supporting the Irish liberation movements and all of these things, when you really look at the history of this, the reason why the Jamaican accent sounds the way it does is that these people went there, intermarried, mixed, were basically the working class, lower level in the Jamaican or Caribbean colonies, and therefore their accents merged with African, Igbo, and Yoruba, and all the people that were coming from Africa, and turned into the Jamaican accent that you hear. So when you hear this Cook guy speaking, he's just Irish. I'm talking the way his ancestors spoke, but you can hear how close it is to Jamaican accents. Guys, learn your history. Learn your history. We are a lot closer than we think. The Irish and the Caribbeans are brothers. When the Windrush generation happened and Jamaicans and people started going to England and so forth, they mixed again when they went to Ireland. And that is where the bond even got stronger with the accents and the concepts. Unbelievable, guys.
Jamaican maroon dance known as Maroon Morris, shares similarities with Irish and Scottish dances. In cuisine, the popular Jamaican drink Irish moss originated from Irish settlers using local seaweed during the famine era. Both nations share a history of being under British rule, which created a shared rebellious spirit. Many Irish were brought over as forced labor, creating a shamed history of suffering and adoption alongside African slaves. What do you think? Drop a comment. Do you agree with this history? As we've seen, what started as a viral clip turned into a meaningful cultural conversation. The connection between Irish and Jamaican culture goes for beyond accents. It's rooted in a shared history, struggle, resilience, and identity. Moments like this remind us how interconnected culture can be even across oceans and generations. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Do you hear the similarities or not? And were you surprised by the connection between Ireland and Jamaica? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more cultural breakdowns and reactions. Thank you very much for watching this video from the beginning until the end. Thank you to all my subscribers, both returning and new subscribers, for your love and support. See you in the next one. Ciao, ciao. Bye. Mwah.
And Yummy in the building. Pass the screen. Let's chill. Okay, from the top. Ja. You know the vibe. For real. We press play, then we laugh on cam. Tea in the club, but we don't do that. From Josie to the world, it's a family thing. Real talk, big heart, let the good vibes rain. And do me channel, full of vibes. Organic content, we don't try. We react, we relate, we align. No hate, no drama on this side. And do me channel, full of vibes. Come as you are, you just ride. We react, we relax, we rewind. No hate, no drama on this side. On this side, Comments lit, but we keep it kind. You got jokes, put them in the line. We don't fake what you see on screen. Same love when we step on the scene. And Yummy channel, full of vibes. Organic content, we don't try.